to be a survivor. Everyday struggle is rough, so I'm a rider. Seen it all, done it all, time I fly by ya. Real words of wisdom, vividly spitting fire.
This video was brought to you by Comedy Central, Key and Peele, Season 4. Take a look.
Hey, we're Key and Peele, we're back with the new episode, September 24th, 10:30. Yeah, I won!
My fellow Americans, the time has come to summon all warriors back to engage in one for the ages, white and black, calling forth the army of the apocalypse, more ready to go to war than Balaka is.
What's up, Obama, baby? Let me translate what he said. We're gonna front hand and backhand your motherfucking head.
Which game actually works best with the wheel? Because every game has its own, feel to it. You get the controller. Same thing with the wheel. In your opinion, from your stress test of the product, which game best suits this wheel?
See, that's the exciting part about Thrustmaster, and that's why we're so good at what we do, Swag. Right? Like you got to put it out there, right? Because the reality is that on every game, all of our wheels are fully immersive, like truly and bluely fully immersive to a situation where you are racing in that game. And that's because we worked extremely close with the developers to be able to provide that type of opportunity, right? To be able to work our firmware and be able to work our hardware so that it's at a level where you are, and if you've played GT6, you play Drive Club with the wheel, right? So obviously you didn't play the full version, but yet the wheel, you felt the immersion in the wheel.
Dude, I won. Like, it was real. Like,
so, the truth of the matter is that when you really look at it, that's something that we worked heavily with Sony on to make sure that when you sat in front of that T300 RS, that you were going to be able to really feel and fully be submerged within the racing sim world. And that's every single game. That's going to be Project Cars, Forza 5, Forza Horizons 2, The Crew. Oh, yeah, we were at PAX Prime with The Crew. So, once again, like, you really felt like there is no lag. You will be fully submerged into the racing world when you play. And that is what Thrustmaster prides themselves on, and that's what's really, really big and really, really important to us in order to provide that for whether someone's, moving from a gamepad to a racing wheel, or they've been on racing wheels for 10 years, so it's what we do, it's what we pride ourselves on. And we have solutions for that, we have your solution, whether it be at $100 or at $400 or $600, like we are there for the racing community.
Well, I want to know what the 600, like, let's talk some money real quick, you know what I'm saying? What's up with that 600, man? Like what you got, what comes with that?
That's the T500 wheel. That's like our flagship. It's if you played Gran Turismo 6 2013 E3 in the pod, then you played with our T500.
And wait, and that's 600? That's actually not a bad price. Like considering the type of fun, like, you would think it costs like in the thousands. In my honest opinion, you would probably think it was like maybe 1,200 or something like that. That's crazy.
And that T500, like when you felt the force feedback in that wheel and you played the game, you were like, I'm driving. But that's what we do, that's how good we are. That's why I'm holding the championship belt right now.
You deserve that joint. Now, let me ask you this. Have you guys ever had like real life licensed like NASCAR type of people come in and test it out? Because like a lot of times it's like, especially at E3, you go, oh yeah, it is heavy, Kratos is already there, you know what I'm saying? You gotta represent. So my thing is, a lot of times I see a lot of the trailers, and when I look at these trailers, it's they're corny. Like a lot of times they're corny. They're like fixed to make everything look perfect, like, you know what I'm saying? And I understand that, but what's some of the things that I guess some of these drivers have like said, even off camera? I don't care about the on camera stuff. Like off camera, where they was like, "Yo, Mike, look, I'm gonna tell you, like, I never knew this shit was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what type of experience have you had with drivers once they left their hands off the wheel?
Well, funny enough, you'll be really surprised that a lot of the guys who race professionally also race sim, right? So they actually use sim quite a bit. And the biggest thing, obviously, is that, wow, this really feels like I am driving, and not only with the immersion into the game, but also to now where games are, right? Where you are getting that full weather, where you have to make those adjustments based on the road, you have to make your adjustments based on the track. The wheel actually allows you to do that, which is something that you can't say every manufacturer does, right? So that's really what I hear a lot is like, wow, I was really able to make that adjustment where I wouldn't have been able to make that adjustment with X wheel, right? But your wheel, wow, can really make that adjustment. That blew my mind, or I didn't know it could do that. And for some of the guys who are kind of brand new to jumping on sim with the wheel, even though they race professionally, once again, they're just like, wow, this is, this is good.
I got a major question for you. Like, playing Drive Club, especially with the weather conditions, the different gravel in the road and everything like that, do you feel any difference in the actual handling when you go over certain rocks or if you driving on a slippery slope, snow, anything like that? Does it feel different depending on the surface that you're driving on?
Yeah, 100% based on how you.
I believe you, man. Are you serious, man? Yeah. Oh my God.
Within the system itself, even the car you drive will affect your rotation. So the big thing about the T300 RS is that you have a 1080 rotation. So based on the car, you actually, it will adjust to that rotation, right? So if you're driving
I'm holding my own belt right now, so that's it. So I can't. I'm holding my own belt.
So it's really based on what you're driving. And I mean, based on the car, it's also how you have to adjust as a driver yourself, right? Especially as a sim driver, it's how you have to adjust yourself to be able to actually drive this car in this game. And that's why the league is going to be important, right? Because there are guys who are interested in that, and there are guys who are not. And the guys who are not are probably not going to compete, but the guys who are going to work that system 100%. They're going to tweak their levels. They really are going to. They're going to play with their add-ons. They're going to do a whole bunch of stuff in order to make sure that they're at the top of the leaderboard, right? And that's exciting. Really, when you think about it, it's because of the immersion that you have in the game too, right? Like the way the game responds to you and you respond to the game. Everything from one of the exciting parts about Forza 5 when it dropped was the glare that you would get.
Yeah, you're absolutely. Yep.
When you were driving, so Gran Turismo is hands down, of the best racing games in existence, right? As far as a franchise. So, you're experiencing those things regardless. And I think as we get further into, better graphics, higher level, higher in play, real weather effects, like really and truly, like what I'm excited to see is like, well, when Oculus finally gets to a level where you can connect your Oculus.
Yo, you read all of my brain just now, like my whole brain. You see it right now because that was like the next thing I was about to ask you about in terms of VR, because like Palmer Lucky is my boy, son. This dude, shout out to Palmer, he literally gave me the shirt off his back when we was out in Vegas and I was testing out the actual he had a special demo, and it's like it's as if you're falling, like, and it's crazy because you're looking around and you don't know what, it's scary, man. It's crazy. But he gave me the shirt off his back. Like, that's how amazed I was by the work. And I'm telling you, man, like, have you guys tested it out yet? Like walk us through your VR experience.
I have not. I've tested Oculus, but I have not tested it in this perspective. I've only tested it with their demos. But I'm excited to see, like, when you are at the point where you are racing and you are in a seat through virtual and you are racing with it, it's just, there is not going to be anything like it, in existence. And also, too, imagine that as you're competing in that way. Like, you really are on the track at that point. And the thing I love, Oculus, obviously, you're doing 360, so everything you see, you're seeing the rocks. You're seeing the dirt pop up. Yeah. You're looking in your rear view mirror. You're looking at your side view mirror. Like, that is going to be exciting. So I hope that integration happens soon.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. Well, look, I'm very proud and impressed with everything, and but it's your passion that just made this interview that much more better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really, God bless you guys. Seriously, I'm thankful to be here. Thanks for letting me know. I want to be a part of the GameStop joint that you do. Like, and for my final question, man, and this right here, I know it's gonna be pretty difficult. That's why it's the last question and stuff like that. But if there was only one racing game in the world ever, like every racing game in the world, your gamer spirit, right? If somebody told you, look, there's not enough room, for all of these games. If you have to choose one, and you gotta stick with this one for the rest of your life. You can't go back to nothing else. This one for the rest of your life. Which game would it be, and what special feature you would add to it that's not there to make it more of your own? I'll let you hold the mic down. You just hold the mic down. I'm gonna get out the shot. I'm gonna leave you to that one by yourself. Word up.
You mean in franchise history or just
in history?
I don't know. I'm kind of honestly, like right now, I'm just gonna have to speak on right now because if it would be history, then it was gonna have to be Gran Turismo.
Really?
Yeah, but
put the belt right there.
But yeah, I love Gran Turismo.
Gotta tell me why, man.
It's an excellent game. Like it's the cars handle really well. The graphics is crazy, and then they have all my favorite cars. So
which is?
I will not say that on camera. That's an off-camera conversation. But honestly, I really like Drive Club right now. I think Drive Club as a franchise is going to be big. I mean, but I love the crew too. But then see, here's the thing that's exciting, right? All the racing games out now, all 5 of them, are all very different. They all have things that are different about, right? So the crew, the thing I love about the crew is it's not a hardcore sim game, but what it is that it's fun, right? It's fun. You go anywhere literally, and you and your homeboy and your homegirl, like y'all could get together and y'all could literally just race around the country.
And
y'all could.
I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm so happy you said the key word is fun. Fanboys don't understand fun anymore. That's why Destiny is so great. Wait, I'm sorry, I got to take my back. That's why Destiny is so great, regardless of the bullshit reviews that I've been seeing. Because it's about the fun you have. It's about the fun I'm going to have with the steering wheel. It's about the fun that we're talking about. Sorry, I had to preach.
No, it's okay. I mean, but that is the crew, right? And so the thing I love about the crew is that communal aspect of it, right? And then also, too, like modding your car. You know what I mean? Like switching out your wheels based on the terrain, creating kits. Like that's exciting stuff, to be honest. And then also too, for me, I was a car show guy. Like I was a guy who like not just like the New York Auto Show, but I mean I'm talking about like car shows, like tricked out Hondas, modded up Honda. Like I'm that guy. Like I like that stuff. But at the same time, I'm an American muscle dude. So it's just in a game like The Crew, you can get all of that and play around with it, and all you guys can choose different cars. And so, but then you have a Gran Turismo, which is a hardcore sim. Great. It's like if you can be skilled in GT, you might be you might belong on the actual track. And that's why I love GT Academy, because it really tests that theory. And 9 times out of 10, it tests well, right? So, and then you look at Forza once again, it's like 1080p, right? Like it's the graphics is crazy. So, tracks are like true to reality too. So all of those things are important, and these are all different things that we're seeing in the racing ecosystem. The racing developer ecosystem, where it's going to give everyone something that they want, right? So when we do the league and we break down a crew tournament, it's going to look totally different than what a GT tournament is going to look like, or what Project Cars is going to look like, or even F1, right? So when F1 drops, that's going to change the game too. So there's just so much that's happening, and the enthusiasts that are really into it, that's going to be even more exciting. But what I notice is that this is your new box car racing, right? This is your 12-year-old who's like, you know what? I have a PS4, I have an Xbox One, I have a PS3, I have systems. What am I gonna do? But then think about it like this too. What it's gonna bring back, right? It used to be like, all right, dad and son get together, they build the box car, they race it at the box car race, right? Now it's like, oh, well, Dad might be 100,000 miles away, and let me put on my headphones.
And then you in.
You know, and like let's race on GT, or like let's put the, you know, I'm building my rig. Like, we're in a digital world now. You know, it's not the same thing. And I think those aspects of racing, I mean, we were all kids. We all got Hot Wheels. We all, you know.
Love my Hot Wheels, kid. I love my Hot Wheels, man. Yo, it's crazy.
Hot Wheels racing track. This is giving you a different experience, you know.
Yo, look, I'm blown away. I'm done. I just want to say one love and God bless. Is there any shout outs that you want to make real quick before we wrap this up, man?
No, actually, no. I don't have any.
All right, well, look, I'm going to give you a shout out. Shout out to my boy Mike, man. Thrustmaster all day, man. #1 in this joint. Gangster. Hot 97 every day. That's my word.
Like the forgotten jackets of 1,000 pharaohs, left skeletons in deserts stripped of marrow, then circled the bones like 100 drones, or a Pegasus about to drop a duke on your home.
I said, tuck it, tuck it.
I'm in there, dog.
Tuck it. Not quite sure what he's trying to say there, but fuck it. Like a plate of donkey teeth, but twice as delicious. Like I told y'all before. I said, bitches.
Where you at? KMP, where you at? KMP, where you at? Where you at? KMP, where you at? KMP, where you at? Where you at? KMP, where you at? KMP, where you at? Where you at? KMP, where you at? Sexually.
Key and Peele. New episodes Wednesdays at 10:30 on Comedy Central.